Hello, campers and van life people. Welcome to episode 7 of Campers and Vans Getting Coffee. Just want to give a quick shout out and thank you to vanlife.journal on Instagram. These guys have helped me out a bit. They've promoted the show and stuff, so really appreciate that. Just wanted to say thank you, and also that you could go check them out. They're on Instagram at vanlife.journal. They just got a bunch of cool photos and kind of collaborating a bunch of van life stuff. So check it out if you're interested. So thanks again, guys. And today's episode is pretty sweet. I have on Lexi and Cody of Dynamo Ultima. So Dynamo Ultima is it's like their whole brand. It's their Instagram account and their website and everything, but it's also their own agency. So they have a video and branding agency where they do videos for adventure and outdoor brands. They also live in their van full time. It's their converted Sprinter van. They converted it themselves. So we talk about all that kind of stuff and how they did that and some of their tips and everything for living on the road and all that. But most importantly, we really talk about how to work remotely and make money on the road. So they kind of help folks do this. They have a work from wherever starter kit that you can get from them. It's pretty sweet. So they just use what they've learned and use that to help other folks kind of get started with a digital nomad life, how to start an agency or start freelancing and kind of figure out what you want to do, how to get those skills and all that kind of stuff. So we just get into all that. So I'll just start the episode so you can hear it from them and not from me talking anymore. So that's it. We'll get into the episode. Here is Lexi and Cody. Lexi and Cody, hello. Thanks for being on the show, guys.
Hello. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, of course. Wow. So, I mean, there's a lot of places we could start, but why don't we just do kind of can you guys just give me a quick overview of who you are, what you do, and maybe how you guys met?
Ooh, okay. So quick overview. Well, my name is Cody and my girlfriend is Lexi, and we live in a 2016 Mercedes Sprinter that we built out in October of 2016. And
we've been living in it for like a year and 6 months now. And we run our full time in our Sprinter van, and we do video production for outdoor brands. And we also get people to a nomadic lifestyle by helping them start working remotely and learning how to be their own boss. So that's kind of what we do.
Cool. Right on.
We first met, I was on leave from the military when I was deployed. Mm-hmm. And we had mutual friends, but we had never met each other. And we met at some restaurant and Applebee's.
Classy.
Very classy.
And like right when I got there, I was saying hi to my friend and I spilled a glass of water all over her and I gave my friend a hug. And the first impression.
It was love at first sight.
Yeah.
Wow. It's like a classic rom-com right there, you know?
My parents were in the Navy, so it kind of like worked out, you know. He spilled water on me and he was in so
wow, cool.
I have a military background in our family.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. So, so you guys, your business that you run is called Dynamo Ultima. Is that right?
Correct.
Yes.
And so you do outdoor video for outdoor companies. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And then you're also helping kind of nomadic people get their businesses started and stuff. But first off, where did the name Dynamo Ultima come from?
Okay, so originally when we first started our business, we were still in college. We had called our studio State of Mind Studio. And it was cool, but state of mind is everywhere. Like, it's not uniquely ours. So we really wanted something that no one else had. So that way when you hear it, you know it's us.
Yeah.
And I honestly don't know where it came from. And I think we were just mixing up crazy words.
Yeah, we were on a road trip, and this is before we lived in a van when we thought of this name. Mm-hmm. But we were just like looking on dictionary.com and like searching for words that kind of like described us. And so basically Dynamo means an energetic, powerful force. And Ultima is short for ultimate, which is like the best of its kind.
Nice.
So we pretty much were like, us as a team is the best, or a powerful force, and we're the best of its kind. So I don't know if that's
No, that's perfect. That's awesome. Yeah, I've definitely been kind of down that same rabbit hole, like thinking of names where you're just on like dictionary.com looking at all these things, and you're like, I'm on GoDaddy looking for URLs that are available and just throwing two words together and just getting caught down this huge rabbit hole. And I have this just ridiculous list of names that might work, but most of them just sound terrible. But I like Dynamo Ultima. It sounds badass. It's cool.
That was like what we're going for. We wanted something that was like badass sounding, because I don't know. We just like badass things, I guess.
Right. Cool. So so tell me a bit about your business. So what's like you do video, what, like, how did you guys learn this stuff? How'd you get it started? All this kind of stuff, you know?
We both went to Portland State University, and Cody went and got a film degree and a minor in graphic design, and I got a graphic design degree. So we kind of learned all those skills while we were in college. And I've been freelancing and doing like photography and stuff since 2010. And I don't know, we just combined everything together and used all of our skills, and we figured we were better as a team than by ourselves. So that's kind of why we joined forces.
When we first started, we also did pretty much everything under the sun, like design, photography, videography, and pretty much everything. And we realized that companies don't really like when you do everything. They like when you're dedicated to one specific thing. So slowly we've been realizing that we need to kind of cut off some of the things we know we're not interested in, even though we can do them, just so we can progress further with the things we really do like doing.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
We've kind of like, we used to do branding and web design, which we'll still do, but we kind of don't promote it.
We're choosy.
Yeah. So now we're really focusing on video production, because we realized after doing our YouTube videos that we just love working together on creating videos. And Cody's the film guy and edits all the videos and does all the magic behind that, but I help him like plan all of our videos, and I'm really like analytical, so I'm the planner.
Okay. Wow.
With
Perfect.
like the creative direction and planning with all of it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys kind of complement each other perfectly to kind of get all the aspects of the business together, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wow. Perfect. So this is, I don't know, it's pretty cool, because this is you guys are just, I don't know, are you an agency or are you freelancers? How would you describe yourself?
I think I would say an agency more than anything, because people come to us for work instead of us reaching out to a lot of job offerings or job postings. I think that's the difference between like an agency or like a freelancer, is when you're a freelancer, you're going to be applying for jobs that people post. But when you're an agency, people are coming to you for that type of work.
Okay. I see. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So how are you guys, how do you get clients? Do you have a sales process or a pipeline or anything like that?
That's like the number one question for like everyone that wants to start a business is, how do you get clients?
Right.
And there's no really good answer. But I think the best way to get clients is to make connections with people and build friendships. So when you go to like any sort of networking event or something like that,
don't go there to get a job. Go there to make friends first.
Yeah. Make friends first, and then later down the road, when people think of you because you're very nice and friendly to them and not trying to like pitch to them all the time, they'll hire you for work because you're cool to work with and you're friendly and nice.
Right. That makes sense. We want to work with people we like and our friends, right?
Yeah. And like a lot of the work we get is from people we know or people that have been referred to us. So that's the best way to get work.
Yeah. That's definitely
sometimes
the best.
You do like those free jobs or like just nice, generous things for people to get the work later down the road. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I would assume that when you're kind of getting like a referral or somebody who knows you, it's probably just a better client to you because you don't really maybe have to make such a hard sale and convince them. They kind of already know and trust you. So, yeah. So you said did you guys start by to get your first clients? Did you start by reaching out to your like existing network and people that you knew? Is that kind of how you got started?
When we first started, when we were in college, when we like called ourselves State of Mind Studio, we were freelancers more at that time. So I had like a freelance job where I got consistent like work every month, and Cody did like freelance photography and videography for like friends and people of friends.
We were constantly hunting for jobs.
Yeah.
Like, being the annoying people like, hey, we need work.
Yeah. And like I would apply for everything that I saw online, like everything. And I went to so many like freelance job interviews, and like, I don't know, I just kind of learned after all those applying to things and job interviews and freelance jobs that kind of how to get clients now, I guess. But yeah, that's kind of how we started as freelancers. And then we just kind of moved into more of this agency lifestyle.
Right.
We like a boutique agency.
Yeah.
It's a small size.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So if someone's just kind of maybe getting started and looking to get clients, maybe working as a freelancer and applying for those things might be the best way to kind of get going and start to make connections and stuff with people. And then from there, you may be able to expand and kind of turn yourself into an agency.
Yeah, I think once you start doing, like you start with freelance work where it's like you do a bunch of different types of jobs, and then over time, you figure out what you're good at, and you can eventually start packaging up like your services that, you know, that you're good at specifically, and then people can come to you for that specific type of work.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to start, I guess, is like kind of figuring out what you're good at and what people
and also, more importantly, what you like to do.
Yeah.
Because you might be good at something and hate doing it, but it's not like rewarding when you're actually working on those projects. So you have to really enjoy what you do as well.
Yeah, totally. So maybe try out, you know, like what you guys do, try to like do a bunch of stuff, kind of do everything a little bit, like dip your toe in the water and then see what you like. And then really you can dive deep on that. So that's cool. Do you have any specific resources that you would recommend for someone who's trying to do freelance stuff? Like if they should work on, if they should post on like Upwork and look for jobs there, or Fiverr or anything like that?
Yeah, we actually just created a product called the Work From Wherever Starter Kit. And we basically took all of the years of freelancing and all of our experience of starting our business and like emailing clients and emailing people for, you know, work into this starter kit so that we can basically teach people not to do the things that we did and the mistakes we've learned along the way. It's a step-by-step guide that teaches you how to become a digital nomad and start earning a remote income. And in the guide, you'll find all of the ideas we have for remote work that you can do. So you can definitely like see all of the places we've found like freelance jobs. We've kind of listed all of our favorite websites where we looked for freelance work. And basically this kit will kind of help you figure out what you want to do with your life. And we just took our experience with like branding small businesses and freelancing and everything to help people like figure out what their skills and passions are and kind of make a decision on like what they want to do, because getting started in anything when it's running a business or freelancing is probably the hardest part. Just making that first step is pretty difficult. And that's why we made the starter kit, so that we can give people a push and motivation to get started, because just that one tiny step is the one thing that'll get the ball rolling. But yeah.
Awesome. So that's called the Work From Wherever Starter Kit, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And you can get the first chapter for free if you visit our website, Dynamo Ultima.
Yeah, so you can check it out, see if you like our writing style.
Perfect. So that's on dynamoultima.com?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'll link to that in the description on this too, so people can click on that. So who is the Work From Wherever Starter Kit for? Like, who is it? Who did you write it for?
We wrote it for people that want to live in a van because a lot of people want to live in a van and travel the world
and work remotely.
And in order to do that, you have to find a sustainable source of income to make that possible.
Right.
And we've also met a lot of people on the road that they've saved money for van life, but they don't have like a full-time, or they don't have like a source of income because, they quit their job and saved money, but then what are they going to do when the money runs out?
Right. Yeah.
So we wanted to help them see that there was tons of opportunities for them that they may not have thought about, and kind of give them like the first steps to making it happen.
Man, that's so cool. It's it's exactly what a lot of people are looking for, I'm sure, is this kind of like step-by-step guide to earn income like on the road,
Yeah.
So that's awesome that you guys have set this up. I'm sure, a lot of people need that. I'm super interested in it. So I'm definitely going to check out that first chapter and maybe invest in the kit. So I have a question though about like, if I'm coming into this, do I have to have a skill already before I read your kit, or do you guys help me like maybe find something that I like, whether it's graphic design or photography or something, even like advertising, online advertising or something like that? Do I have to have that skill beforehand, or do you guys help me to find what that might be and develop it?
We actually created a workbook in the kit that helps you figure out what you want to do. And you kind of like discover your core values, your passions, and your skills. And then after going through this workbook at the very end, you can kind of go through all the questions that we've asked and figure out like what you want to be doing with your life. And we actually had one of the people that bought the kit say that we did help them figure out what they wanted to do with their life. So you don't have to have a specific skill in mind, which is why we created this, because one of the excuses I've heard a lot of people say is, I have no skills, so I don't know what to do. And basically, I kind of bashed that excuse, saying, you do have skills, you just have to find it. And if you don't have any skills, you can learn some. So, yeah, I'm kind of a hard ass in the book a little bit.
No, that's good. Yeah, that's cool. I like that that you help find that, because I mean, for me personally, at least, that was a very tough thing for me to figure out, was to find something that I like to do and something that I could really keep doing. Because I got, and ever since I was probably the end of high school, around 18 or so, I kind of got into this, entrepreneurial track. And then it was I just bounced around from different thing to different thing, like car washes and all these like weird little small businesses, and nothing really, I only did them all for like maybe 3 to 6 months because nothing really felt that great. So if I feel like if I would have maybe looked at your kit and kind of sat down and thought about the things that I already like and the things that I enjoy, I may have been able to kind of speed that up. So that I really do love that you guys are doing that. That's awesome.
Yeah, and sometimes you just need to be asked the right questions and like actually write it down on a piece of paper to figure out what you want to do. Because sometimes just skimming through questions and just looking at it and thinking about it doesn't help you as much as actually writing it down, because then you can look back at it maybe like 2 weeks later and then see what you wrote, and maybe that can help you figure out what you want to do just by seeing what you wrote.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, also, I was wondering, in your starter kit, do you have, can you just give like a quick outline of how it works? If it's like, finding something that you like, how to maybe get those skills, how to get clients, like what is it, a real like step-by-step process? Is that how you guys laid it out?
Yeah, there's like maybe like 7 different chapters, and you kind of read the whole thing in order of the chapters. And when you get to chapter 3, which is called Getting Started, that's when you read about how to get started and what you can do right now just to like make any sort of progress. And then that's when you work through our Discovery Guide workbook to figure out what skills you want to do. And then after that, we talk about marketing yourself and building a brand, which is something that anyone can do at any stage of where they're starting. And that's, kind of like it's a step-by-step process. It's definitely definitely really helpful, and there's a lot of really helpful workbooks in there, and
there's even actual emails Lexi has sent to clients pitching ideas, so you can read examples of working emails or working pitches that we've sent.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I've sent like tons of cold call emails and like applications for jobs that have been posted. So I kind of shared, a bunch of like I literally copied and pasted my emails into like this PDF so that people could see what I wrote. So
wow, that's awesome. I love that. Like firsthand examples of stuff that you guys did. That's cool.
Yeah, and it's helpful to see like kind of what someone else wrote to get an idea of what you can like write in an email when you're applying for something or pitching a company.
Right.
So, yeah.
Cool. And you guys mentioned that you help help folks kind of establish and build their brand. You guys are like the freaking masters on that. Your website and all your YouTube stuff looks so cool. Like you guys have the coolest looking stuff ever. Seriously.
Thank you. Yeah, we have a really, really strong background in branding. We've done branding for a lot of small businesses and helped people build their brand from the ground up. So yeah, we take pride in that.
It took us a long time to find what we actually liked it's really hard to brand yourself.
Yeah, it is.
So it took us a long time to get to that point.
Right.
Yeah, good at branding other people's businesses, but when it came to branding our own business, it was like
back burner.
It was so hard. We always like set it to the side. So recently we just sat down and really like hashed it out and figured out, who we were. And I think it really shows from our new brand and our new website that we have. So we're excited about that.
Yeah, I think you guys killed it. It looks so cool. It's awesome. So congrats on that. It's sweet. If anyone listening, just go to their website and check it out. Check out their Instagram. It looks so cool. You'll probably be inspired just by looking at it. And then I was looking at you guys have a blog that you write on your website, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw one post called 10 Things We Wish We Knew Before Starting a Business. And I didn't read it, but I was hoping we could talk about that. If you guys remember any of those 10 things, because I'm just curious about that.
Let's see if I can remember.
I don't remember that one. We just make up our new one.
We can
make up some new ones.
I think I do remember one thing. I wrote, if you build it, they won't come. And that's because if you actually if you make a website and just post it and you don't really promote it, no one's going to see it. So that's one of the biggest lessons we've learned is that if you make this really fancy website with all these fancy things, no one's going to see it if you don't talk about it all the time. So you have to be able to promote yourself and share and market yourself all the time, which is, one of the things we've learned. What else? I'm trying to remember that blog post.
just to tack onto that for just on my opinion, too, while you guys think of another one if you have it. But I've just found that working through this stuff too, it's like sales and marketing is really a required skill for anybody who's going to be an entrepreneur, I think, and kind of start their own business. It's it may sound scary and even people hate the word sales and stuff because it sounds slimy and they think of a salesman, but it doesn't have to be that way. And I think it seriously is kind of the backbone of every business. Because if you're not making sales and marketing yourself, then you really don't have a business,
Yeah. I also think that definitely yes, people are very worried about selling and marketing themselves because they don't want to be too pushy. But I think that you just have to go into it thinking about what you have is valuable to people, and you can you just have to build trust with people and build an audience and just make friendships. Think of it more as friendships with people and building a community and less as I'm trying to make money from you. If you're more willing to make friends and build a community and help people and provide value, then you will be more successful in marketing and selling yourself than by just having money signs in your eyeballs.
Yeah, right. No, that's a really good way to think about that. I like that a lot better than just trying to grab as much money as you can, because that's not the point. The point is to help people and provide value. And then if you do that, you're just naturally, people are going to want to, repay you for the help that you've given them,
Yeah. So I definitely think that it's good to, make friends. And when you think of it that way, it doesn't feel as scary to like
sell yourself.
Yeah, seriously. Cool. So,
I have another, I brought the blog post up, so I don't know if you want me to talk about it still.
Oh yeah. Let's hit some of them. Go, shoot.
Yeah, this one I really wanted to talk about because a lot of people think it's important, but followers on Instagram or followers or subscribers or likes is not important at all. It's great to have like a perfectly curated feed, but I don't think it's important to like worry about how many followers you have or like if people
value
unfollow
yourself
you
based on a number
of
people following you. I think you should definitely value yourself more in the comments and off what people are saying to your content.
Yeah.
Like great work or, like it's more encouraging to read those types of things.
Right. 100%.
Like measuring your success in comments is better than measuring your success from like a number, because numbers on Instagram are kind of just like monopoly money. It's like there's no value in the number, but there's value in like what people say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally. And I think people get caught up. They're like, oh man, I only have, 2,000 followers, but it's like, that's a lot. And even, you think of like, even having, 50 to 100 followers, that's a lot of people that you can send your message to and talk to on the daily. That's like a whole, movie theater full of people that is right there waiting for you to talk to. So I think if you just kind of put it in the perspective that they're real people, they're not just, it's not just a number or something on Instagram or a subscriber, they're like real people. So when you frame it that way, at least for me in my mind, it feels a lot more rewarding and meaningful.
Yeah, definitely. Because I feel like a lot of people do get hung up on like numbers or like when people unsubscribe or like, I don't know, stuff like that. It can like hurt your feelings, but it's not what it's about.
Yeah, totally. So do you have another one?
Let me see. I have the blog post up. This is a good one. Don't do things because it makes other people successful. So I think when anyone is on Instagram or any social media, they're going to compare themselves and look at other people and what they're doing. And maybe you'll think that they're doing, then you'll be successful, but that's not the case. If you copy what other people are doing or you try something because other people are successful doing it, you might not have that much success because you're not really being like authentic to yourself. Mm-hmm. You're just like copying, and I think people can see through that.
Yeah, totally. I agree.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, I was wondering if we could get into sort of, I don't know if you get into this in your starter kit, but if we could get into kind of more numbers and finances and maybe how, you don't have to get into the specifics of what you guys make, but if there's sort of maybe like a threshold that someone should shoot for of like how much, it costs to live on the road. And I know that's so like variable, but I was just curious if you guys had any numbers on that kind of stuff that you could share.
Yeah, that's definitely a very relative.
Yeah.
Depending on how you want to live, and
totally,
you could totally live out of a, old Corolla if you wanted to, and make that your life. But I don't know. That's hard.
We like nice things in life, so we kind of like spend a little more on like experiences or I don't know, going to breweries. So I feel like our expenses are different than a lot of people's, but I guess a tip I have for if you're planning on, being a digital nomad and living on the road is the best thing you can do to make more money is diversify your income. And that's kind of something we talk about in the starter kit. Because when Cody and I first started, all of the money we were making was coming from client work, and relying on a client to pay you can be a pain in the ass. Mm-hmm. like one things we've ran into is like, if you don't have like other sources of income, then you're kind of like desperately waiting for your client to pay you, or desperately like trying to get more jobs. And I feel like that can reflect a lot in like, if people are going to hire you, you know, if you're like desperate for work, then maybe someone's going to be like, ooh, I don't want to work with you.
Yeah.
So diversifying your income and having other sources can definitely help with that, because then you're making money from other sources and not stressing out about finding clients and work all the time.
Right. Totally. I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, how about we move sort of into like your guys' life in the van, and you're traveling more so. So can we talk about your van a little bit and kind of what the build process was for that?
Well, Cody pretty much built the whole thing.
Yeah, that was kind of my task. Well, we bought it in 2016, bought it new, and Lexi's aunt and uncle let us stay at their house for like 5 months through the build, which was really nice. But the whole van is pretty much a Google and YouTube van. Never built a thing a day in my life, so the whole thing was through Google.
Yeah,
and that's why it took 5 months.
Yeah. And it was like funny to work together, like on. I feel like home improvement projects, or like building something, like couples are always going to like argue about everything, like how it should be done and how it should look. So that was like a funny thing that happened during the process. Like, why are you doing it that way? Cody be like, you don't know what you're talking about.
Well, that's good. So you guys didn't have hardly any experience with building stuff or anything like that, and you just kind of jumped into this and learned it all kind of while you did it?
Yeah.
Yep.
We've literally never built a single thing. We had no idea how to do any electrical anything, but somehow we have power.
Still works a year and a half later.
Wow, that's good. A year and a half. You guys are building quality stuff.
Yeah, so that's cool.
Dang, well, that's cool. That's nice to kind of think about that. You don't have to be an expert carpenter or, electrician to do this stuff. You can learn it, and figure it out. And there's a bunch of resources to help you.
YouTube and blogs that people have wrote. So
one thing we learned is that you're constantly going to want to change what you built as you live in it. Like you're not going to know what you want in your van until you're living in it and you know it sucks.
Yeah.
So we had this huge closet in our van that took up a large portion of our living space, and lived with that for about 8 months, I think. And one day we just decided this is awful. We can't even like walk around each other.
Yeah.
So we just took it out, and then immediately after it's like, what's the next thing we need to change? So it's always a constant trying to improve your way of life, I guess, or your comfort of life.
Yeah, because you don't really like know until you're on the road what's going to be
important to you.
Because we thought before we moved in the van that a closet was going to be super important, like having room for all of our clothes and our stuff was like really important. But we never wore at least 3/4 of the stuff we had in there, and that is why we wanted to get rid of it, because we didn't need it. We kind of like wore the same like few outfits all the time. So downsizing was definitely like easier for us, and closets aren't important. That's the moral of the story.
Yeah. And when we first went in there, downsizing, like we thought we got rid of everything, but there's always more stuff. Yeah. Like every month we're like, we don't need this. Let's just get rid of it.
Yeah. We're like getting rid of things. We're like, wow, we never use this.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Just, yeah.
So do you think it might be a good idea for someone building out a van? Let's say they just bought their van and it's basically empty inside. I think it'd be a good idea to like maybe throw an air mattress in there, pack up a bag, and then go on like a week or two trip and just see like what you actually use and what you do in there and stuff.
That's a pretty good idea, I would say. So we kind of did that a little bit. We did a trip from Oregon to Colorado, and we had nothing but the insulation in there.
Yeah.
And yeah, we kind of did that, and it did help us evaluate what we needed and what we didn't need a little bit.
But it still didn't really help that.
But it didn't really help. Like we put in, let's see, like a sink was too small. Like there's some things that you're just not going to know until
I think that for somebody that just bought their van and they don't really know what they want to put in it, I think the best thing to do is watch everyone's YouTube videos that lives in a van and talks about like what they hate about their van, or like go to like a van life meetup or gathering and ask other van people like, hey, what do you like about your build? What do you not like about your build? Because you'll learn that, I don't know, some things aren't as important, and yeah, definitely take it from people who know and have done it, because you're not going to know until you're in it.
Okay, cool. I like that. Makes sense. So you guys, you live in this thing full time and you share a lot of your daily life with, Instagram and YouTube, and you guys even have daily vlogs, right?
Yeah.
These just started.
You just started those?
Yeah. March 1st, we decided that we wanted to do a vlog every single day for 30 days to challenge ourselves, to be more creative and like try to think of something new every day. So yeah, that's been interesting. We're on day 12 right now. So you're going to be on our vlog.
Oh, wow. What an honor. Thank you.
Today's vlog, you're going to be on it.
Oh, sweet. So what kind of stuff are you guys talking about in these daily vlogs? Just the, things that you experience and stuff that you're going through?
I think the whole point of these for me personally was to just encourage me to make something video related every day. And I've made short films, just like random 2-minute short films that aren't related to van life at all.
Yeah.
And there's some where they're just talking head, where we talk about things we wish we would have done to our van. So, I mean, we're not trying to be specific on the type of content. We just want to make something that engages our creative mind.
Yeah.
Right. Cool. So, and those are on YouTube, right?
Yep. Yes. And we're Dynamo Ultima on YouTube as well.
Okay, cool. I'll also link to that so people check that out.
Something that we learned from doing daily vlogs is like we wanted to do it also to like help grow our channel and our audience, which is like something that everyone wants to do. So we thought by posting every day, like, oh, people would see us more and like we would get more subscribers and like, I don't know. But after doing that, we realized that's not a good way to like measure. Like we mentioned this earlier, but measuring your success by like your subscribers isn't like the right way to go. So when we started posting every day, we were losing subscribers. So it was like the opposite of what we thought.
Oh.
That's because we think that maybe people didn't want to see our short creative films. They were just following us for like our van life videos. And that's not necessarily what we want people to follow us for. We want people to like subscribe to us because they like our creative videos and our creative work. So we think it's a good thing that we're losing subscribers. And all of the comments that people are leaving on our videos have been really, really good. And our audience really likes them. So
yeah, really positive comments. So that's really encouraging.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. You definitely want, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I said it's definitely been challenging to like try to think of a video every day.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a lot to do, but that's cool that you guys are doing that. So your goal was to do it for the entire month of March?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you'll continue it after that, or are you guys going to be good on it?
Oh gosh, we're like, yesterday we were so ready to be done, but we're like, no, we committed to this.
Yeah.
But I think after March, we'll probably go down to like 2 a week, but they'll be higher quality because after doing it for 12 days now, I think, we just realized we like spending more time with each video to make them like a higher quality over quantity. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I definitely get that. And just to kind of like tack onto your thing about, having people unsubscribe from you, I think it's good, like you said, where the people that are unsubscribing aren't totally interested and invested in you guys. They're not like your ideal followers and fans, So I wouldn't be, just for other people listening to you, I wouldn't be concerned about that, because you're posting what you like, you're posting about you, and sharing, what you guys are and stuff. And if people aren't down with that, then they'll unsubscribe, and that's cool. And, they can do something else. It's like no hard feelings. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this essay by Kevin Kelly. It's called 1,000 True Fans. And in it, he basically mentions that really just to succeed and make like a livable income, all you need is 1,000 true fans who will basically like watch every video you make. They'll buy pretty much everything you sell. Like they'll buy, your merchandise, t-shirts and different things like that. And they'll work with you and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's just important that you guys, by doing that, you're sort of trimming the fat on your audience and getting to those like true fans who will follow you and they love everything you do. And I just really like that ideal, because it just is I think it's a good way to not focus on the numbers again and just focus on the quality and the connection that you're making with the people that you do have,
Yeah. Yeah. I love that you shared that, because that's definitely something we've been thinking about a lot, because I think it's more important to focus on the people that really do care about what you're making, and building that connection with people. So trimming the fat. I like that. I like that term.
Cool. So, now that we're talking about, kind of like your daily life in the van and stuff like that, what do you guys do on just a rainy night in the van when you can't really go out? You guys are just kind of stuck in there. What do you guys do?
We have a Nintendo Switch.
Mario Kart.
Nice.
Yeah, so we play Mario Kart. We also are huge Star Wars and Lord of the Rings fans, so we will watch Star Wars and Lord of the Rings. I'm pretty sure we've watched Lord of the Rings, we at least watch it 10 or 12 times a year.
Each.
all of the movies too, in a row.
Oh my gosh.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, we do that. That's what we do. And also video games. We play The Sims. I don't know. We're kind of nerds, so
right.
We love our games. Rainy days definitely helps us with our game fix.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's great. And then I'm curious about how, because it's just basically you two living on the road. How are you able to? Do you find that you need to kind of connect with other people and meet with them and chat with them? And are you able to kind of, make connections with other people on the road, whether they're van lifers or just kind of people in the places that you go?
Yeah, one of the best things we've discovered about living on the road is the amazing community that comes with it. So there's a ton of people that are living in a van, and everyone's super friendly and willing to meet up with you, because we're all kind of doing the same thing. We're traveling and trying to meet new people. And so everyone's really friendly and just kind of really accepting of kind of the lifestyle. And we've had times where we kind of travel around with groups of vans to go to different places. So that's kind of fun. We have little caravans, but yeah, we actually have a funny story, which I'll let Cody share about.
Okay. I guess I'll. So we were staying in Lake Havasu for, not by choice.
A whole month.
A whole month. This is when we were early freelancers. But we were staying there, so we were working at the local Starbucks every day for about 2 weeks.
Yeah, using their Wi-Fi.
Using their Wi-Fi. Drinking coffee. But a local guy there noticed that we were there every day, working on YouTube videos or whatever. And one day he approached us and started having a casual chat with us, saying, "Oh, you guys aren't from around here. What are you guys up to?" And he pretty much said not to be weird, but he invited us to a vegan Super Bowl party that he was hosting with his. So it was a family vegan Super Bowl party.
Yeah. And we decided we wanted to go because we're like, oh, like, I don't think we're going to get murdered at like a vegan Super Bowl party. So we should just go.
He was like, oh, yeah, it's about 65.
Because you never know when someone approaches you and invites you to their Super Bowl party. You're like, okay, like I'm going to go to this person's house and I have no idea who they are. But we figured since it was vegan, like everything would be cool.
It's cool.
He doesn't want to hurt animals, so I don't think he'll hurt anybody.
Yeah. So he won't hurt us.
Yeah, right.
So we're like, sure. And then we went to his Super Bowl party. Him and his girlfriend were hosting it, and they were like maybe in their 60s, so they were quite a bit older than us. So it was kind of interesting, just like the age difference, but it was still really cool. We found out that they were from Seattle, we're from Portland, so we had a ton in common. They were both Seahawks fans, so we related to them because we both like the Seahawks also. And it turned out to be really cool, but it was funny because his family thought it was weird that he invited us. They're like, wait, you met these people at Starbucks? And we're like, oh yeah.
Well, I think he originally saw me working on the videos, and he wanted to start a podcast.
Yeah.
And he was like, hey, do you want to edit some of my podcasts? Like eventually, the conversation eventually turned into that.
Mm-hmm.
But it never would have had that engagement if we didn't live in a van in Lake Havasu.
And like he still keeps in touch with us to this day. Like I get text messages from him and he's like, hey, how are you guys doing? I was seeing you today. And like he's just super nice. So it was really, really fun to like meet him. And yeah, we just love the van life community and love all the people we meet, and it's just been really fun.
That's so cool. Yeah, it's just totally a different you're just totally different. Like the things you can get are open to, and like the people that you can meet, you can't get that from anything else, I don't think. And I just love the fact that he called it a vegan Super Bowl party, like straight up the first word vegan, just so you know it's vegan. That's hilarious.
Yeah. So
oh, go ahead. Did you have something?
Oh no, I'm good.
Oh man, that story's great. So I wanted to ask you about Wi-Fi. Do you guys have Wi-Fi, in your van or anything, or are you always going to coffee shops and Starbucks and stuff looking for it?
We use our mobile hotspot on our phone or Wi-Fi. So when we're not at a coffee shop, we use our phone. But we only have we have unlimited data, but they trick you saying it's unlimited, but it's not unlimited. They cap you at like a certain gigabyte amount.
Oh man.
We just use it for emails and stuff that doesn't use a lot of data.
Yeah. But like when we want to upload like a YouTube video, that uses a lot of data. It uses a lot. So we go to Starbucks, and that's when we are uploading all of our like pictures and our videos. So, right. And we also have a minor obsession with coffee.
Yeah.
So we don't mind going, even though they're coffee, but whatever.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, you guys are you drinking espresso right now, you said?
Yes, we are.
Wow, that's great. You guys are actually drinking coffee on the podcast Campers and Vans Getting Coffee. I've never even addressed the fact of why I call it that or anything, or no one drinks coffee, but that's great that you guys are actually drinking coffee. It's cool.
We'll get it first.
Are you?
No, I'm drinking water. So I had some this morning though, so it kind of counts.
Well, yeah, we just love coffee.
Okay, cool, man. Well, I appreciate you guys sharing all this stuff with me. You guys are awesome. I just have kind of a few questions that I just want to go through, that I'm just curious about. So we'll just kind of do like a rapid fire kind of question thing here. Answer however you like. These are all just kind of like borrowed questions that I'm looking at and testing out and stuff. So we'll see how it goes. So first off, what would you say is one of the best or most worthwhile investments you've ever made? And it could be, an investment of money, time, energy, anything like that.
Let's see.
The first thing that came to my mind was a Nintendo Switch.
I was thinking Disneyland. I don't know. I was thinking Disneyland.
Oh yeah, we are like obsessed with Disneyland, which is funny.
Yeah.
But we have like all these pins in our van that are Disneyland pins. So.
Oh, nice! You pin traders.
I don't know if that's a good investment, but we love Disneyland and
Sure.
we love games and we love, fun.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, sometimes you gotta, make the fun purchases and buy the stuff that just doesn't make any sense, but it's fun to have and you enjoy it, right?
Yeah, we're just kids at heart, I think.
Disneyland is better if you don't have kids.
Yeah, except we've never had kids, so I guess we wouldn't know what it would be like with kids.
My brother went there.
Yeah.
In the last 5 years, what new belief, behavior, or habit has most improved your life, do you think?
Like being aware of, this is going to be kind of like witchy and spiritual, but being aware of the amount of negative energy you put out, I think.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Just being salty about everything will attract saltiness to your life. So I think that's been the biggest thing, is to remain positive even if you don't want to.
Or don't choose what you consume that is negative, because it's going to affect the way you think a lot. So if you're following people or you have friends in your life that are extremely just negative and down all the time, maybe cut back on your hangout time with them, or don't check that Instagram feed that's kind of bashing on other people so much, just because that definitely will make your thoughts more negative, I think.
Right. Totally.
Positive.
Stay positive.
Yeah. At least as much as you can.
Do you guys have any maybe tactics or things that you do for that? Or is it just kind of just daily, you just kind of, try to stay positive with your stuff and maybe avoid things that are negative?
One of the things we haven't done this in a while, but one of the things we do is when we're feeling really down and negative about something, we always look at each other and we'll say, hey, list off 3 things that are positive right now. Just think about 3 things. That's all you have to think about. And it can be super simple. Oh my God, this cup of coffee is really delicious. Mm-hmm. Wow, my bed is really comfortable. Or Cody made me breakfast today. That's so nice of him. Just right. I don't know, 3 simple things feeling really down about yourself.
But we do allow, if something bad happens, you're allowed a 5-minute sulk time.
Yeah.
But after that 5 minutes, you're done.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah. So you can feel sorry about yourself for 5 minutes, but after that, you need to get over it.
Well, that's cool. I like that kind of rule, especially living in a van together and stuff, to kind of have those little things. I'm sure that definitely helps.
Yeah, because usually people will say, oh, you got to be positive all the time. But sometimes you just need to be feeling bad about yourself for a little bit, you just want to.
5 minutes, 5-minute cap.
So what advice would you give to, let's say, a smart-driven college student, and they're just kind of about to enter the real world? They may be thinking about doing van life, or, kind of getting into this entrepreneurial thing and doing their own stuff. What kind of advice would you give to them?
Never stop learning after you graduate.
Okay.
So if there's classes or new skills, or if you can make the skills you already have better, you should definitely invest in that sort of thing. We've bought e-courses or ebooks and stuff on just specific topics about marketing ourselves, or even just freelancing courses we've taken just to learn more. But I think it's really important to always be learning and
even experimenting.
Yeah, experimenting.
Learning on your own terms. Mm-hmm. So just learn by discovery almost.
Yeah. So try project just for fun, just to see if you can do it. Mm-hmm. Cody, he'll randomly do animation projects for no reason, just to get better at animation. But yeah.
Cool. I like it. Yeah. I think just, especially when you're just kind of doing stuff and learning through experience, it also builds kind of confidence that hey, I didn't know how to do this at all. I had no idea what I was doing, but I did it. So if I did that, what else can I do? What else is possible?
Yeah, definitely.
And then to someone who is thinking about joining, kind of the van lifestyle and getting into it, what do you think they shouldn't do?
Shouldn't do?
Yeah.
Shouldn't spend all their money, and they should save their money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So if you want to live in a van, you should save up some money so that when you're actually living in the van, you have some money to fall back on just for like a repair or like something that goes wrong, because there probably will be something that goes wrong. And Cody and I did it the wrong way.
We put all our money into the build so that we had a perfect van.
Yeah. And then when we moved into the van, we like didn't have very much money at all. And it was pretty stressful. Especially because we were like just starting our business and kind of like new to the world. Like we just started like full-time business owners at that point. Because before we were in college when we were freelancing. So it was like, Yeah. But yeah, make sure you have like some money saved up and
don't put it all into your build.
Yeah. Try to like cut costs on some of the things you put in your van, like where you can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. I like it. Very smart. Cool. Well, awesome. Thank you so much, Lexi and Cody. So, again, can you guys just tell us again where we can kind of connect with you and where we can pick up the starter kit and about your daily vlogs and everything like that. So just where can we connect with you?
If you want to follow us on Instagram or YouTube, our username is Dynamo Ultima. And also, if you want to check out our website, we have tons of helpful blog posts on van life and being a digital nomad. So you can go to our website, read our blog, and that's where you'll find the Work From Wherever starter kit, where you can learn how to make an income remotely and travel the world and live an awesome life.
Awesome, man. Well, I appreciate you guys coming on here and sharing all your info. And I'm so glad that you guys are kind of creating this to help people, develop an income on the road. Because it's kind of it's not the most romantic thing to do for van life. Like people just want to travel and stuff, but it's a critical component. And I think you guys are really helping out a lot of people. So thank you for that. That's awesome. And thanks again for being on the podcast. And have a good day, guys. Good luck with everything. Good luck with the video for the rest of the day.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, guys. This is Travis again. Just wanted to touch on a few things. Episode's over, so you can just turn this off and shut it off now. But had a couple things I wanted to share with you. If you want to listen, if you want to connect with me. Sorry, you might be able to hear my puppy Murphy in the background squeaking on her toy. But just want to share how you guys could connect with us at Campers and Vans Getting Coffee. If you would like, we're on Instagram at Campers and Vans Getting Coffee. We have a website called campersandvansgettingcoffee.com. We're on Facebook at Campers and Vans Getting Coffee. And we're even on Twitter at Campers and Vans Not Getting Coffee. So Twitter is just at Campers and Vans. So if you use Twitter, I'm not really big into Twitter, but you can connect with us there if you want to. That is about it. I just want to say that I appreciate you for listening and appreciate you being here, listening to the end if you are listening to this. And I would really appreciate and love, and it really helps us out if you can leave a review for this podcast. So on Apple Podcasts or wherever you're listening to this on, if you could just drop a rating and a quick review. Doesn't even have to be good. You could just be honest, but any sort of rating review really helps. Super appreciate that. And give me any tips, any thoughts, stuff you think we can improve on, or what you like, or questions that you'd like me to ask, or anything like that, or guests that you'd like to have on the show, anything like that. And you could also send me an email if you want to hello@campersandvansgettingcoffee.com. We have an email address, so you can send it there. So thanks again. Thank you for being here and being a part of this. Super appreciate you. And that's it. Have a good one. Bye.